And it says we are live.
Nice.
Woo. Well, now it says we're waiting. Hey guys, it's JD from Mr. Critical. How we doing today? Tonight we're out of the world. Today we have Zero from Zero Hobbies. How you doing,
Hey
brother?
everybody, how's it going? How y'all doing? What's up, Quinn? What's up, Cujo?
What's up, guys? Thanks for tuning in. So, how's your week been, brother?
Well, not including the election. It's been pretty straightforward, pretty dull actually. We're stuck in the house, and now they're actually going to be implementing that stricter order where everybody stay in for the next couple of weeks. So, just batten down the hatches, and we got to stay safe, man.
Yeah, that's one thing with me being an essential employee. I cannot stay home.
I know, man.
Yep.
It sucks, and you're not getting any extra pay for it either. It's just okay. Well, I apologize.
Yeah. No, but they are decreasing the percentage, Joe. But we always have Zero from Zero Hobbies. Oh yeah, because he's just that awesome. Well, not always.
Not always, but yeah. I mean, I appreciate that. Thank you. I mean, Cujo, if anytime you want to step in and take over this side of the video, you're more than welcome to jump in.
Or if you just want to jump in, we can always use you too, Cujo.
And then my picture will be smaller, so it won't be so obvious.
So what's on the agenda tonight, boys? Well, let's see. Tasha's. Actually, not Tasha's. One thing I did see that the Wizards of the Coast did. They went ahead and updated some things for Blade Song, and in the Unearthed Arcana, and the Artificer got hit with some stuff too.
Wait, did they change the book? Like they're going to change the whole book, or did they just do like an FAQ?
Errata.
Okay.
Yep. And the Artificer got some errata too. I haven't read it yet or anything. I don't know.
I mean, errata's more like guidelines, right? Like,
yeah.
You can use them if you want, or nah. It's like the Pirates Code. It's guidelines.
Well, isn't that what Gary Gygax said about the rules? They're just guidelines.
Absolutely.
You can play D&D any way you want. You can even make up your own rules if you want.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. I mean,
yeah,
it's nice that they have a lot of like myth and like lore and legends and realms and stuff for you to like delve into. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty much at your discretion how you want to run that game and how much of it you want to involve the actual canon fluff, or you just want to throw your own world in there. I mean, that's entirely up to you. It's nice to give you like a framework, a skeleton of it. But other than that, I mean, there's no law that says you have to play by these rules. I mean, but the thing is, like, if you use one set of rules first for the game and you don't use another, that you may not think it's an impact at the moment, but like later on down the line, you're going to hit a snag and one of the players is going to discover something and you're going to be like, oh, oops. And you know what I mean? Like, that's why they try to balance it all out eventually. Like, you guys think Wizards of the Coast is bad? You guys should see Games Workshop and Warhammer 40K. I shit you not. And I love the game because of the myth and the models. But oh my God, dude, when you have to buy 4 different fucking books within a year to play one army, that is frustrating as hell.
That is expensive.
Yes. And these books are not cheap, bro.
The what, $50?
Cheap. Well, like a codex for the Space Marines, to play the Space Marines is $45. Now, if I want to play the Space Wolf Space Marines, which are like a separate chapter, I have to pay the $45 for the big book of Space Marines. Then I have to buy the Space Wolf book, which is another $25. Now I'm invested. You know what I'm saying? That's not even the main rule book and the miniatures and all. You know what I'm saying? All the other stuff you got to invest. It's oof. That's a deep rabbit hole. You really have to consider before jumping in. You know what I'm saying?
See, I one thing I like about D&D is you don't really have to invest any money into it if you don't want to. You can
What's
just
up, James?
You can just go with the basic rules, and that's it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I got to say, that's probably one of the biggest draws right now with Dungeons and Dragons is like you could literally play from the downloaded website rules, and that's it. You could go from there.
Just play from your phone. Just get. Let's see. Oh, Quinny says, Crit. Try running a game using gasoline rules of carnage. Ooh.
Yeah. I mean, but the thing is, though, right? Like Gaslands it's Osprey, right? So they usually wait. I mean, right now because they're still new. I'm gonna give them a little bit of leeway here. They're still new, so they're still on that 5-year gap before they change the rules or add a lot of errata and stuff like that. Games Workshop is now on the 1 to 2 year gap where it's like in 1 to 2 years they're going to either change the rules all right and they're going to get like version 10, or they're going to add more books for you to have to pick up to make your army like viable. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. Like Gaslands, the nice thing is you don't need the new rule book. You don't need refueled. You can actually use the old rule book, and the rules are actually like literally the same, with the exception of the new things they added in refueled. So you're still good if you got the old Gaslands book. Same thing with Frostgrave. If you buy Frostgrave, you're still good if you bought the original one. It just doesn't have all the condensed stuff from the supplements in there. In the new book, but you could still use the old one and be like A-okay. And I think their rules, Osprey's good about like putting their rules online. So if they do change something, they're like, here's access to that. This is all you got to change. Like I said, Games Workshop, they used to do that, but now it's like, nah, we'll just print out a whole shitload of new load of new books, and everybody has to buy that new book in order to play that one army. And you're like, you know what I mean? And that's all I got to say about that. Cujo says you got to catch them all. Yeah, Cujo, for real. Like, that's hilarious. And there's players who are in between editions still with books. Like, there's players who still have 8th edition codexes that are now trying to play 9th edition, and their codexes aren't obsolete completely, but they've now dropped down to the lower tiers, of like meta armies. You know what I'm saying? Like every time a new codex comes out, that's the new meta for the game. And usually you'll see, like, if you follow tournaments or if you follow like Facebook sales and stuff like that, you'll see when the new meta drops, everyone is scrambling to sell their old Space Marine army to get the new meta. You know what I'm saying? And you'll see the deals like, oh, the whole army's got to go for like $700. I just need to go the whole thing, not splitting anything. Those are the guys that are like, I need that new meta, and the new meta is Dark Angels or the Eldar now. So I need to get rid of all my old crap and get the Eldar because that's the competition or tournament meta. That's what's running the tournaments right now. But like I said, in D&D, they don't have that. They just keep. I don't know.
I can see him running with 5th edition for a while.
Yeah, it's like they look at the map of the world they're using. Like, let's say they look at the Faerun map, right? And if you look at it, if you have it, right now, they're still only in the Sword Coast. You still have all this other map west to play with. So they could literally make a book for each domain, like Cormyr and the Moon Sea. You know what I'm saying? They could keep making books till like forever, or until they're tired of making books for 5th, and then jump on 6th. So yeah. I mean,
let's see. Cujo says, I was wondering if the sales of Tasha was doing great or not so great. Way I get it, it's going good for him. From all the stuff they're putting out there, I see that they're leaking some stuff out to get people interested in buying it.
Cujo, I agree, man. I don't need any more books, but at the same time, like I do kind of now want to get the original versions of the 5th edition books just so I have them for when they do all the changes in the revamp books. Because I don't want to be stuck having to buy a revamp book. I want to have the original book so I have all the stats and stuff that they were originally intended. And I just cracked this open. I just cracked it open to read about the wizard and the warlocks because I'm going to be joining a campaign hopefully really soon. And I wanted to play a character outside of my wheelhouse, so I chose a wizard.
Ooh. Arcane focus or
I am going to, yeah, I'm going to use the arcane focus. I don't know what I think. I don't know if it's going to be a wand or a ring, but I want it to be something. I mean, I know most wizards carry staffs, like the quintessential Gandalf wizard, and I know that's a popular thing. Like my buddy Miguel was saying, Doc Sampson, he says that,
Mm-hmm.
there's a reason those are quintessential, right? Because they stick around, they're timeless, and people love to play that type of character. But I'm going to completely go a different route with my wizard. Um, I'm gonna it's gonna be a completely. I mean, I'm still gonna be a wizard, but I'm gonna focus in necromancy.
Ooh, Lich.
And no, I don't want to be a lich. See, that's
Oh,
the thing.
really?
He brought that up, and I was like, holy crap! I didn't even think about that because I know you can achieve lichdom. But I wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't the purpose of the design for the character, right? Like I was just like, nah, I just want a cool, dark, shadowy dude. You don't know if he's evil. You don't know if he's good. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? I mean, unless you do detect evil or whatever. But I don't intend to make an evil character because I don't like playing evil characters because they generally like ruin campaigns, or at least ruin groups. So I was thinking like something in the neutral category. But yeah, I don't know.
I was watching, what was it? All Things D&D,
Hmm.
and there's this real cool story called The Gray Necromancer.
Hmm.
It is phenomenal. It's like a 3 or 4 part series.
Hmm.
And each part is like 30 minutes long, but the story is so great. Out of all the videos I watch, that's the one I remember the most.
Oh, that's cool. It's a
It
video
is,
series, you said?
yeah, it's on call. It's um it's on All Things D&D. It's kind
Okay.
of like they take stories from their Reddit and stuff
Yeah.
and do videos on them, and it's just I'll find the link and I can show you. But I got invited. Well, one of my players told me to go ahead and make a level 10 character,
Hmm.
and like whenever I want to play, he said, "Let me know, and we'll just run his for a little while." Stuff.
Hmm.
So I figure a sorcerer, right?
Hmm.
But a divine soul sorcerer.
Hmm. I
That
don't
way
know
I
what
can be
that
a
is.
healer.
I mean, I know. Okay, I see what you're saying. Because I was looking at like warlocks, and I like
Uh
the
huh.
whole mythology of warlocks. They're really cool. The only thing I didn't like was the eldritch feature, like the arcane, whatever the feature that you get from whatever patron you have. So like,
Uh-huh.
because I wanted to like do like, okay, I'm gonna do a warlock of Cthulhu, right? Because I love Cthulhu, but I was like, I don't want all this, like because you get it
Wow.
like 5 times throughout your levels, and I'm like, no, I don't want to. I don't want like Davy Jones look like Davy Jones or anything. You know what I mean? So I went with the wizard because I was like, no, it's like cut and dry,
Yeah.
and you can practice in one of the 8 schools, and they have way more spell selection than any of the other spellcasters. So I was like, yeah, if I'm gonna be weak in hit points and in combat, I need to have them spells ready to rock and roll. You know what I'm saying? Like I need to be able to like pop them spells off without having to be like, oh, I only got 2 slots left. So that's why I chose the wizard.
See, I've always okay. So like the one I made was a tiefling sorcerer of the
Mm-hmm.
divine soul. So can you imagine this tiefling, like this demon-looking guy with angel wings?
Now it's gonna be definitely interesting. I
Yeah,
mean, but give it a shot. What's it gonna hurt? You know what I mean?
exactly, right. And if I finally get to play, so I can learn a little bit more, why not?
You know what? Coin was mentioning like a necro healer, and I'm noticing that with a lot of the necromancy spells that
Mhm.
aren't considered evil spells. Um, a lot of them are like if you do damage, you take half that damage that was done and use it as healing for yourself and stuff like that. Like there's a lot of that stuff in there, so it's kind of cool that already the necromancer is kind of going that way. Like I did notice that like it wasn't as cut and dry as I thought a necromancer was going to be. Like I'm just going to raise dead, talk to dead, you know, curse people, do stuff like that. But it's not as cut and dry as that. Like I said, there's some spells that they're considered evil. Like raising dead is considered evil, an evil act. Even if you're a good person, it's still considered an evil act. So I don't know how fifth edition deals with like alignment change, and I don't want to change to like an evil alignment, like just because I cast a spell. You know what I'm saying?
That,
Like I don't
that's
want
up
to do
to the
that.
DM,
No,
honestly.
sure it is, but I mean, like, what would be the penalty then? Because I mean, a necromancer would be pretty damn potent then if he could just be like, everybody's alive now. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like, because when you get to like 16th level, you're raising a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have a lot of like zombies and skeletons be on your, you know what I mean? They're gonna be, you know, have a squad of dudes.
Yeah.
So,
Let's see. Kuja says I played a necrophilic wizard one time. The players didn't want to play with me anymore. I'm
yeah, I
like,
wouldn't
hey,
either.
they're
I
dead.
wouldn't
Come
either,
on,
Cujo.
man.
I wouldn't either, Cujo. It's a little sick, man.
Oh my
You're
god.
messed up, Cujo. You're messed up, man.
And I about bet he's at work too.
Probably. I do. You know what I noticed though? Like
What's that?
the wizard, unlike 3.5, the wizard doesn't automatically come with a familiar. Like the warlock comes with a familiar. Like it's in his thing, you know, like you get it like it's a spell or whatever. But the wizard, you have to actually pick that spell. I think if it's available, I'm not even sure if that's an available spell anymore. But the wizard used to come with a familiar automatically. Like that was the class that just had one. A sorcerer could get one, but he had to pick a spell. But yeah, like the wizard doesn't automatically come with one. So I don't know if that's. I mean, I could be wrong. There could be something somewhere saying otherwise. But like the DM was pretty much like use if you're building a character and class, only use the player's handbook because he doesn't want like a lot of the other supplement books. The classes are really OP, and they like
That's understandable.
yeah. And so I was like, no, I'm totally. You know what, dude? I'll be honest with you. I'm totally cool with that. Like the player's handbook is enough for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't need that super elite sniper wizard. You know what I'm saying? I just need to play a wizard, cut my teeth on 5th edition.
Yeah, just like a DM, or if they want to run a game just using 2 books, they can have the player's handbook and the monster manual. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, you don't like. I know like a lot of players who like they'll buy the next book and the next book, and now I want to use this now. I want to be a blade singer, and I want to do this a shadow, dancing, blade singer. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, okay. Halfling Hannah just put out a video about how to deal with characters' deaths, like in the sense of like if a player's like, hey man, I don't really like this character, can I kill him and then bring a new character into the game? And she was giving advice on how to handle that and what way you should go about it. There's like a couple ways she describes you could go about it. And I'm kind of like, I remember this one guy, he was one of those guys, right, that he was like really indecisive. So he was one of those people that go up to a cookie stand, and they say, oh, I don't know which I want to buy. Can I try this one? I'm not sure if that one. Can I try that one? I'm not sure. Can I try this one? And by the time you realize it, they tried like 10 different cookies and they ain't bought nothing because now they're full and they're going to go home. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of feel like if you're going to do that with the character death, because it's like, there's some times where like, I wanted to play a dwarf fighter. And when they get the chance, you're like, man, I'm really not feeling this class like at all. Like a fighter's not for me. I could understand, right? Like that's, I usually give players one of those, right? Like you'll get one, after the one, it's your fault because you're not doing enough research or you're not putting a lot of emphasis into when you're building your character to understand what it actually is and does. And working with the DM to be like, hey, what are your takes on a fighter, an elven fighter? I want to make an elven fighter, whatever. And then the DMs, at that point, the DM steps in and says, okay, well, this is what I know about them. This is their role. This is what they do. You know what I'm saying? If the player can't determine that on their own, go to your GM and ask for help because you're going to do a lot more damage to the campaign by simply like, well, I'm going to dish this guy after 5 levels. And I'm going to try a drow sorcerer instead, like completely off the scale. Then 5 levels more. You're like, I don't like this guy. I'm going to try a half-orc barbarian. And then your GM's like, because there's a lot of prep that goes into building the campaign around your characters and their classes.
Yep.
And it's going to change everything because you're Mr. Wishy-Washy, So my advice would be don't be Mr. Wishy-Washy. But I've said it before.
Now, last campaign I was running, one of my players, they was getting bored with the character. I could, and they came to me and says, hey, I'm bored of this character, but I want to try this character instead. What is your takes on it? I'm like, well, you know what? Let's sit down, let's make it, and let's see. Let's start it. Let's make it at level 1, then level it up slowly. See if you want to like it. Go through the steps of leveling it up. He did, and he goes, well, I want to try it. I'm like, okay. So that's when they went up against the 3 Medusas.
Mhm. Yeah, Quinn says it's like char hoppers. You know what I'm saying? Professional noobs. You're absolutely right, Quinn. That's exactly what it is. Like I want to taste every class, and it's like that's not how you do a campaign. But then, yeah, I know people. I actually do know people who play like that. Like they'll play for a couple levels, let the characters die off, and start all over again. And I mean, they're only getting to like 5th or 6th level at the most. And then they kill the characters off. Then they start all over again with new characters. And I'm like, man, that's a waste of effort. And
Yeah.
you're not. It's not. This is not a video game where you can just be like, I'll try the cleric next. You know what I mean? You got to. The GM's putting in effort to make a story and build a story based on what you created.
Yeah.
Know?
See, like with my Divine Soul Sorcerer, right? I can use every spell on the cleric spell list.
Mm-hmm.
Or
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. Or I can use the spells from my sorcerer spell list, or I can mix and match. So I'm like, dude, if I want to heal, I can get a couple healing spells. Bam.
I mean, Cujo says
the warlock. The warlock has to pick a certain pack to get an OP familiar. Ninja, Pet Dragon, or Imp.
Pseudo Dragon, Imp, or like I think you can even get a Quasit. They said, or whatever, something like that. Or like the fairy one is the one everybody gets the most right now in 5th edition, because the fairy can like cast spells on the party and turn them all into Tyrannosaurus Rexes, and then they become OP.
And cast fly and be like, woo, we're fighting T-Rexes.
To be honest, I was looking at the wizard, right? I was looking at the warlock. I looked at a lot of different classes. I'm like, these classes are pretty potent as they are. Like, it's gonna, you really got to mess up to get killed, or the DM's like making mistakes and TPKing everybody. Because they even increased the hit dice of some of like the wizard's got a D6 now instead of a D4, which is that to me is a huge change.
Oh, the wizard used to be a D4?
Oh yeah, man, 1D4, buddy. That was their hit dice.
Wow.
And that's always been that way ever since the very beginning of Wizard. Man. It's always been 1D4, and it was one of those things. The wizard was like a piece of glass, man. He was like the most fragile character for the first 10 levels, but I mean, after 10th level, the wizard became like the most powerful because he had so much. When you're a fighter, you can break down a door. Well, I can cast a spell and just remove the door. You know what I'm saying? Like it was literally like, and they're still pretty potent as far as I can tell. Like they look potent. I mean, I could be wrong, but the fact that they can cast, they have a lot of spell slots. Back in the day, wizards' spell slots were based on intelligence bonuses. Like, so if you had a high intelligence, you had higher slots, right? This is not like that anymore. Now they just have this many slots and they can pick and choose where to use those spells. Not only that, but you get a spell book, you can copy spells in there and use certain spells so many times per day. Like you can use your cantrips as well as spells. You can also put cantrips in the spell book. You know what I mean? So you're getting a lot of like, and they may be like little goofy spells, but still, if you pick correctly, you can
make sure you make a copy of your spell book.
Oh yeah. I was planning on doing that. As long as the DM lets me, I'll do that right. Because the group that I'm joining is 12th level, so I don't know if he's going to let me join at 12th level or maybe lower or whatever. I don't know. I don't really care, to be honest. I mean, I just need to know when I'm building my character, what level should I build it at, and he's going to walk through it with me, and then we're going to use an online program to play because he's in Virginia and I'm here, and some of the other guys are here. So,
nice.
It should be fun. It should be an experience for me because I'm going to be learning how to use the online application. I'm going to be learning 5th edition for the first time, like outside of just reading the books, from a player's perspective, so it'll be interesting.
I have to say, 5th edition is very beginner friendly. Very. Let's see. Cujo says, the intelligence gives you more spells known. So, what VTT are you guys going to be using? Do you know?
What did you say?
What VTT are you guys going to be using?
What is that?
Virtual tabletop.
Oh, I don't know. It starts with an A.
Astro?
Yes, I think that's it.
Game On uses that one. So, I'm actually checking out a couple, and I got like a list of them. And I'm going to do I just
I'm
need to
I'm
sit.
I'm anxious too. Like if Game On does do a Call of Cthulhu game, I'm really interested in playing at least one session of that because the new edition I haven't played, and I have the starter set where it teaches you, like, you can play a solo adventure in the
Mhm.
starter set to kind of teach you how to create your character. And then I bought the second solo adventure that they created for this edition to try and play it through. But I wanted to kind of walk through it with somebody first before I just jump in. But I'm really anxious to play that because it's a whole different type of game. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you watched his stream,
Uh-huh.
it's not like, like when something happens, it's not like, all right, fighter, you go into your spot, wizard, you take 2 steps back, rogue, you take 2 steps to the side and get in the shadows. You know, it's nothing like that at all. It's literally like everybody is at the same level and has the same amount of vulnerability. So, like, there's no buffs, there's no like my guy's super strong, so he's like super resistant. None of that. You're just a human. Maybe you got a gun, maybe you can punch, or fight, but it's not. I think we were talking about it in Discord. It's one of those games where fights don't break out much at all, but when they do, somebody's either going to die or get hurt really bad or you're going to lose your freaking mind. You're probably going to lose your mind before you get into a fight. So it's one of those games.
Mhm. Now I do know. Did you see what Hate was working on
The
in Discord?
yeah.
I'm so far behind on stuff.
I don't want to spoil his game, but
Yeah.
we had talked about this months and months and months ago when he was originally doing the magnetized tiles. He was asking me like what color palette should he go for the jungle temple, and we were working through the colors, and it has come out. It looks dope. It looks phenomenal. It looks good.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see it finish with all the flocking and all the extra coloring and stuff that he's got to do with that snakehead cave entrance right on that plinth. It just looked really like it belonged there. You know what I'm saying? I was like, that's perfect, dude.
It looks like Chol, kind of.
Yeah, I'm totally jealous.
Yeah.
I think that's what his intention was. I believe that was his intention. Something like a swamp or jungle like Chol.
Mm. Oh, it looks nice. I wish I had the time, honestly, that I could do that.
But, I wish I had the space.
Oh, I can make space.
I was I watched this cat hair. Totally random thing. The other day I was on my school. My son was at school. He's on school in the computer, and I was on my phone on the couch, and I was scrolling through YouTube. Like I just got on YouTube, and I was scrolling. 2 videos down was Hate's video about the Proxon cutter versus the regular hot wire cutter.
Mm-hmm.
And I watched the video, and I was kind of tripping because I was like, "Holy shit!" Right? And I had just watched another video from I can't remember his name, Witchcraft something. He's actually really good.
Oh yeah,
he just did a haunted house build, right? So he's using his Proxon cutter, but he had some stuff. I can't remember the name of the company. Damn, I'm always like forgetting it when it comes to stream time. But this company makes
take notes and write them down.
It makes jibs, right, for the Proxon cutter, because the Proxon cutter, like Hate was saying, his jib, his wall is really flimsy. It bolts on the one side, but the arm flops and it moves, so you'll lose your straight line. Well, this other company makes these laser cut MDF board jibs. You take it and you put it together, and it's a jib. And you can do angle cuts. You can do all different degrees. You can do different turns. It even comes with like this thing where you put underneath the foam, and you can actually make like octagons, pentagons, hexagons, triangles, squares, circles. Totally, I was just blown away. So I sent the video to my buddies. I sent Hate's video to my buddies, and I said, hey, if in 2000, which is when we started our gaming club, the Basement Heretics, can you imagine the type of shit we would have built had we had a Proxon cutter, just a Proxon cutter? I kid you not, we used the foam cutters we used was literally a roll of toilet paper, like an old toilet paper roll, the cardboard, with a metal cap on the bottom and a metal cap on the top. You put 2 D batteries in there, and it had just a coat hanger with the thin wire on it.
That's
our hot wire cutters. So you could only use it for so long because the whole tube would get super hot. You know what I mean? And you'd burn the wire. The wire would literally eventually burn up and crust, and it just wouldn't cut anymore. But we used those things, and it was just a little handheld, cheapy handheld thing, and we did some phenomenal scenery. And I'm thinking to myself, God, can if we would have had a Proxon cutter in 2000, dude,
Whoa.
I want to get one, but it's like I said, I don't have any more room for scenery. And the place where we play games, my buddy's house, he has all of our scenery. We've got city ruins, we've got fantasy villages, we've got jungle stuff, we got desert stuff. We don't have room for more scenery, which is why I don't make much. I don't do a lot of scenery projects because we can't put the shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah,
well,
it's
like
pretty cool.
I'm getting new floors put in my house, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh,
And
fancy.
Oh yeah. Well, I have to spend a lot of money to replace part of the floor in my bedroom.
Real quick quiz. Shifting Lands. That's exactly it, Quinn. You're right. That's the guy who makes the jibs for the Proxon cutters. He makes a ton of stuff actually, because the guy who built the haunted house had like shingles. He had those little roof toppers with the little, the little points where you like the toothpicks that have the little spears on them. He had windows. He had stained glass. He made a bunch of stuff. Got it from this company.
Sup, Almighty? How you doing? We're just chit chatting about the week and stuff. He has a stair cutter now too.
Yes, I saw it. You could literally make spiral staircase.
Really?
Yeah,
I have to check that out. I have to check that out, man.
We did it old school. You cut a piece, you cut the little angle, and you cut the same piece like 1,000 times, and then you just make your spiral staircase.
Like a Pringles dice tower, huh?
Yep. Yeah.
So how about you two being down for a while today, huh?
I didn't notice. I don't know when it was down. Like, I had been on and off it mostly all day though, because again, my kids in school. But I don't remember it going down. But I mean, I stopped, eat dinner, eat lunch, so it could have been any time during that.
Yeah,
it's crazy though. But what's funny? Quinn was like saying it. I think he was joking. I don't know if he's joking around, but he was saying like maybe they're purging all the election stuff. I shit you not. As soon as he said that, I went on there. There was no election stuff on YouTube. I was like, Quinn, you called it.
Gabe Addictions. Hey, buddy, how you doing?
It's my nephew. What's up? What's up, Gabe? Yeah, so I thought that was hilarious. I was like, holy shit, Quinn called it. Quinn, you should have called the election, bro.
I think you did.
No, I don't think you did. I'm not going to get into all that, though.
Yeah, same here.
I mean, look.
I was not joking, according to Quinn.
There you go. They did, because as soon as you said that, I got on, and it was all gone.
Yep. I noticed it. I was wondering what happened. I noticed that it was going slower. Like some of the videos wasn't loading and stuff. Susan said herself in October that she'll ban all that. Oh, okay.
Well, check out Susan.
That's what, the head person on YouTube right now?
I guess one of them. I don't know. I figure it's best for me not to know people's names like that, because
the only reason why I think that name sounds familiar because a lot of people get their silver play buttons, and her name is on the letter.
Oh, okay. What is it, like 10,000 subs?
100,000.
Silver play 100,000? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be right there. I'll get there like tomorrow, I think.
Yeah, same here. Let me just
the end of the week. Gotta drop that cash every paycheck to get them subs.
I'm doing it for the subs.
Quinn, congratulations, dude.
Yeah,
on that
he hit
1,000 subs, that's awesome, bro.
If I had a soundboard, I would hit. Yay!
Now that means I gotta see your fucking videos in my feed all the damn time.
Honestly,
this guy again.
I'd rather see like people I know feeds and YouTubers I watch than
I find it hilarious.
A bunch of these other guys.
I find it hilarious. Like when I know I'm sub to you guys, but like when an old video, like I said, like Hate's video popped up and it was like over a year old, and I was like, I totally missed that one. And I thought that was awesome. So I'm always trolling for you guys' videos though. So
they did a force push update. I got a go live button in the lower center of my app right now after it came back. Really?
Did you? Hmm. I mean, I got a go live button, but I still can't do it from my cell phone. Like I still gotta do it from my desktop.
Let me see here. Yep, it says your channel does not meet our updated eligibility requirements for mobile or live streaming. You can still stream with your webcam or broadcasting software. Love more.
You need 1,000, I think 1,000 subs. You need 1,000 subs to be able to broadcast live from your cell phone. So Quinn can do it now. He can actually walk us around his property.
Yeah. He can go live from his phone and be like, hey, what do you guys think of this? Where I got a cell phone.
Now he's going to be in the shitter and he's going to be like, hey guys, I just wanted to update you on my new project.
It's in the toilet right now.
It's going to be a big one. I'm just kidding, Quinn. Love you, bud.
Oh.
So I have that box from Hate that I've been dying to open up, and he's been gnawing at the bits for me to open it up too, and it sucks because he's not even watching. But I'm gonna open it. What do you guys want? You guys want me to open it or not? I don't know. What say ye?
Give a thumbs up if you want him to open it, guys. Let's see.
Cujo says all I get is food videos. Thanks, Quinn. Hey man.
I'll get it. Hey, let's see. Quinn goes left my. I will be live streaming on Twitch at some point soon, though.
That's cool.
See, okay, so if you live stream the Twitch, I would consider using Restream than StreamYard.
Yeah,
definitely, if you go
Restream works better on Twitch, doesn't it?
Not only that, there's no hour. They don't have a limit on their hours.
Really?
For streaming. Yeah, that's why I was using Restream.
What is it like? It's like 20 hours, right? Something like that.
For StreamYard is 20 hours a month. Restream.
But see, the thing is, though, right? Like, okay, let's just say, for example, you do your broadcast four times a month, right? Once every Tuesday, or is it Wednesday, right?
Yeah,
you do your D&D After Dark
for about
Wednesday. For two
hour and a half.
Yeah, max 2 hours. You're still way under your minimum. You know what I'm saying? So you're not losing anything. You know, I mean, I didn't know if it actually functioned better on Twitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was my question.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, like, what is it? OES or whatever?
Yeah.
What's the one you use?
I use just regular OBS. He
OBS.
uses slots. He uses Streamlabs OBS. Streamlabs OBS won't let me restream without Pro. Plus, I don't want to stream on YouTube, so I'll post a VOD here. What you can do is, instead of using...
You could use both. I mean, you could stream on both at the same time.
Well,
not even...
What he could do, too, is just put the... use it as a virtual camera. Like, set up a virtual camera, then use that as a video, you know, just have everything going on Streamlabs OBS, then redo the restream thing. That's what I was doing. I was using OBS as a virtual camera.
Well, I mean, whatever works best for him too, right? Like he's got to worry about his PC quality and all that other stuff too. So.
Twitch is where the painting and hobby stuff are at. That I have to agree with. Maybe you can upload my point.
What do you mean? What do you mean by that? Twitch is where the hobby and painting stuff is.
There's a lot of people who like
live stream their painting and I mean, I see it on YouTube a lot too. I mean, at least the channels I follow. I don't know.
Yeah.
The channels I follow, the guys that do live stream videos, they'll do it on YouTube. I mean, originally I thought Twitch, when I first started checking out Twitch, it was mostly because people who played video games streamed on there because the consoles came with the ability to do it right away. So you could just jump on your PlayStation or your Xbox and just go right to Twitch. You know what I mean? Like, it was already uploaded into the software of the device. So it was like 1, 2, 3 to do. You know what I'm saying? And then people who had PCs were streaming the Twitch too because it could support the PC, like, you know, requirements for games, which like you can see the difference between a PlayStation game and a PC game being played. You know what I mean?
There's a lot, honestly. Also, there's a lot of people who plays D&D on Twitch too throughout the week.
He said, "Yeah, see, Quinn, that's exactly right.
Yep.
Twitch is for thoughts and gamers, and they're cracking down on the thoughts, bro."
Cujo, I want to be a thought. Quinn, will you whip one for me? Let's see here. Oh, so Tracker Life, second gen style. Hey y'all, it's Brutus. Yes, it's 1,000 subs for live streaming, unless you use a third-party streaming apps, which some of them you gotta put money into too. Simp. Yeah.
Yeah, Brutus. That's what we were talking about. I mean, I had to go through StreamYard in order to live stream on YouTube. But to be honest, when I first started my YouTube channel, you could stream live from your phone. I could do it live from my phone. They took that feature away, I guess, because there was like way too many people doing it. I think it was like the real time shit people were getting away with too, like crime or whatever the hell it was. There was something going on. Why YouTube took it away and was like, no, you need at least 1,000 subs to do it, which is hard to get. 1,000 subs, that's not easy to do. You know what I mean? Unless you're special or a female or something. Just saying.
Yeah.
Cujo, you're a simp. Stop being a simp. All right, I'm gonna open up this box. I'm tired of
Let's
waiting.
do it. You know what? Let's do it. So
this is the box. It's from Hate.
It's the solo layout. There you go, brother. I gotta sip. Here we go. Mystery unboxing.
Yo, my knife just flew across the room.
So, what are you using to open up the box? What kind of hobby knife?
This is my X-Acto, my purple X-Acto that I finally got back from Cujo's house.
Cujo.
Every gamer should have, or every crafter should have an X-Acto, right? Like I shouldn't have to tell you guys that.
I got an off-brand one. Does that count?
Look what he wrote on one of the flaps. I don't know if y'all can see this.
Hate 11/2/20. Save or die. Is that the one that's going to be going from house to house?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
this
wow.
is the Discord package, chain package that he sent to send everybody. There's something in here for everybody, and you're supposed to take your things and then pack it back up, put something in there for the next person. So right away, I know this is for me.
Oh, that's our logo.
Mm-hmm. This is the 200% one that he printed out originally before he did the 300% one that he's got now that he's working on.
Can you imagine how long that takes to print? Oh, golly.
It's got to have been a while, man.
Yeah.
But I like it. He put in all the channels, for the wiring and stuff. Yeah.
That is awesome.
It's pretty dope. That is dope. All right. He wrote me a letter.
Oh, you're not going to read it out loud?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was. It's the Dungeoneer crate arrangement or agreement. Sorry. Take one keychain and fob ring. Take any gift. He's got quotes there. With your name on it. Call the next recipient. Have them agree to continue the chain. Mail them the crate if they do. This is an optional. Drop a gift in with the box for the next Dungeoneer. P.S.
Quinn says, do not read out loud. It's not safe for work.
He said, P.S. Thanks. It's been really nice on the Discord. Always fun. Sign the box as well. So you got to sign the box. I don't know if he wants me to sign the inside of the box or the outside of the box.
Sign the flap like he did.
Sign one of the flaps.
Yeah.
All right, I'll do that. So we'll sign it. I'll sign it and send it. I'm going to put that back in the box. So this stays with the next Dungeoneer. And they can send it to who's next.
This is a nice idea that he had.
It's actually my idea, but that's cool.
Oh, okay. Then that's a nice idea he had.
We've got the Dungeoneer paint pot holder.
Oh, nice.
It says Tabletop Dungeoneer. So you can see it. I don't know if you guys can see it. And it says on the back, Hate 2020. Anyone. So I wonder if this is like vote for Hate for 2020.
Nah. Let's see. Cujo says mail time. Quinian says, who won? Who's next? You decide. Wait.
Oh, look. I got little Ziplocs with my name on it.
Oh. So now do you only get to choose one of them and put the other back?
No, it's got my name on it, fool. Both of them is mine. Oh, there's some other stuff with my name on it. Yeah, buddy. And then I don't want to ruin this packaging because I want to make sure everybody gets what they're supposed to get. See, he's got one on here with Cujo's name on it.
Oh.
And he's got one here. It says, "Do not give to Crit." Okay. Just kidding. So awesome. Here are the Tabletop Dungeoneer keychains. You take one out real quick so I can show you guys.
Now those are resins, right?
User, and they're primered. He primered them too. Oh, that's awesome. He primered them. Hey, you're awesome, dude. You didn't have to do that. There's a blank one in here that's not primed. If anybody wants that, I'd probably take the non-primed one. But
I can prime it too with black.
Yeah.
But
you got it primed in gray. And it says Tabletop Dungeoneers, and it's got our beholder on it. And I got to say, between Quinn and Hate, I mean, they really, designs, they really knocked it out of the park.
They did.
So, I don't know which one. I'll grab one. I'm pretty sure I'll grab one. I don't know which one I'm going to take. I'll get one, and then we will pass this along to the next recipient. And then, there's another bag in here for Cujo. It's the kitchen.
Oh, nice.
The 3D printed kitchen.
I'm going to make sure I'll take that, right?
And there's like some kegs, like the standing kegs, with the wine in it. That's cool. I'm going to have to steal one of them, homie. You shouldn't have sent it to me first. And, oh, man, this dude is awesome. He sent us key rings for the keychains.
That's going to be freaking awesome.
Cujo
goes, hey, that's mine. Quinn says, I suggest filling the beholder with resin once you get it painted.
Cujo.
Put it back.
Oh, there is a package in here for Crit. Should I show you?
I can wait.
No, I'm going to show you. It says Crit on there, but it looks like there's a beholder in there.
Yep.
It looks like there's a little beholder in there. And there's a bunch of other stuff, bro. So,
oh, man, I can't wait.
So, that's the trick, right? Like,
oh, excuse me.
Hang on a second. I'm putting all the stuff back in, guys. So you guys can see I'm putting it all back in. I ain't stealing nothing.
I don't see Cujo's kitchen set in there.
It's right here. Bro.
No, I don't see it. You might want to move it off to the side, right?
Putting it in there. God dang it. So I'm going to take real quick. I'm going to take a ring.
All right. That is freaking awesome.
Yep. You got to make sure it does get back to him. So whoever the last person is sends this back to Hate and puts their, they got to send him some cool shit. And I'm going to take a keychain. Taking the clear one or the non-primered one.
I was going to say take a primer one because I'll probably take a non-primer.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I can actually reprime too, so not a big deal. All right.
Yeah.
All right, Crit, you got me. Stupid non-primed one. Okay, I'm just going to go back in the box.
Now, are you going to paint the beholder blue?
I'm gonna paint it metallic blue. I have my own method for that. I've been doing this. I've been painting metallics for a while. So if anybody wants to know how I do it, I could probably do a video on it if it's really that important.
That would be awesome. I would like to learn. Uh-oh.
He said another letter.
Oh.
This one is to me.
Oh. So that one's probably not safe for work.
It is. It's fine. It's fine. It says 0. You rock, bro. The stuff for Cujo and Crit in here. There's stuff for Cujo and Crit in here. Don't take their stuff, okay? Thanks. Hope you and your family are doing well. Listen. This is so awesome. I love you, bro. Thank you so much. And no, I won't take their stuff.
So what's in the other 2 packages?
Oh, I don't know.
Let's open them. I'm kind of eager now.
All right. Snowball.
Ooh.
Ooh. Yeah, boy. It's a tiny 3D printed Son Goku.
Goku!
And he primered it for me. Thanks, brother. He Zenithal primered it too.
That is awesome.
I'm gonna glue this to my computer. Little Son Goku. That's awesome. So now I have to figure out what I'm gonna send in here for the next person. Because that guy, Jesus, what a douchebag.
All right.
He has everything, and I don't even know what I would be able to send that guy. Ooh. What?
Ooh.
I got a painted kitchen. Look at that.
That is nice.
Look at that, Cujo. Suck it, Trebek. That's cool, man.
Trebek's dead.
Shh. I know. Sad times. Look,
Yes,
Goku fits at the kitchen. He's going to make some Super Saiyan spaghetti. Cujo, Quinian style.
That is cool, man.
That's so cool. Hey, I love you, bro. Thank you.
You know, you could use that for a monk right there, too.
Yeah, you could. That'd be a pretty awesome monk. He'd look a lot like Son Goku, though. And people are going to be like, hey, is that Goku? And they're like, no, it's a monk. But
Nope.
it looks like Goku. I'm like, yeah, but it's a monk.
It's Goku Black.
It's Goku Black. But, okay, so there we go. That's
That is
the
awesome.
contents of the box. Hey, you are phenomenal. You rock. I'm keeping my little personal letter for myself because that's for me. I will figure out what to put in here for the next people in the group.
Tracking for Life Second Gene says, cooking video, LOL. Cujo says, cooking videos coming up. And Quinny goes, I'm just going to delete QBC and make a cooking channel.
You know what's funny is I was just
call it Quitting Budget Cooking.
Yeah. There you go. Quinian budget cooking.
That's dope. That is awesome.
See, I don't have a 3D printer, so anytime you guys send me some 3D printed stuff, that's so fucking awesome. Super awesome.
Yeah, the guy that was working on my floor, he came to my garage to let me know, like, what work he done and stuff, and he looked over where my little laptop was. He goes, what is that by that computer over there? I'm like, oh, that's my 3D printer. He goes, what? I'm like, yeah. And I showed him like all the stuff I made. He goes, that is just so neat. See, I wonder, is that resin or no? That has to be FDM.
Hold up, I'll tell you. It's FDM.
Yeah, I can tell by the sound. It's POA.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Has the layer lines on it.
This is resin.
Yeah.
This is resin. You can tell by the feel. And
You might want to prime the bottom. That's resin.
These, this wasn't printed in resin. This is printed, or maybe the original one was, but he casted these. These are casted. You could tell.
Oh, those are cast?
Yeah, you did cast. He made the cast from the original. You see the little bubble there?
Yep.
You know, this is a cast. So, but that's still cool though.
That is.
Yeah, I'm gonna rock this. This is awesome. So I
Yeah.
cleaned it up. I'm gonna do some lead belcher, and I'm gonna do some blues, and I'm gonna do some more metals, and it's gonna be cool.
Ooh.
It'll be dope. And I will use this in my D&D games. That's so cool.
Terrain, you can always
Yeah,
use more terrain.
that's dungeon terrain is always usable. That's always a gift.
Now I'm getting some ideas too. So I saw. So my cousin messaged me something that you might like.
Mm-hmm.
I have some of those Amazon Echoes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he.
I got to put this back in there too.
Yep.
So I got a couple of these. I like it. I really do because it says Tabletop Dungeoneers, and I was going to take it, but I'll put it in there for somebody else. That way, somebody else gets it.
But he showed me somebody 3D printed an R2D2 and put their Amazon Echo in it.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's actually really cool. Good idea.
You know, I might 3D print a coaster set and put it in there now.
You see, you did it behind there.
That is so cool.
It's all gnarly on the inside too. I don't know if you can see it.
Oh yeah, all the bumps and stuff.
Yeah, it's like
that's
cool.
where the supports was, but they look awesome.
Yeah, that's cool.
Zero, when you get a 3D printer, you're gonna just fall in love with it, even if it's just a cheap one where you can learn.
I know. I see all the stuff you guys are printing, man, and it's just like Troy literally printed a 3D ghost ship like for D&D. I mean that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the stuff you can do. Like I have so many different hobbies. Like I could print out all the arms for those RC cars that I can't find anymore because they're like vintage. So I could print out the parts that are vintage from there for these cars. You know what I'm saying? And keep them going a little bit longer. You know what I mean? Like just stuff. There's all kinds of stuff you can 3D print.
Quentin goes, that paint pot is fugly. I should get the box. I think I'll throw in some of the upgrade versions I did. LOL. Ooh.
Do it. But yeah, so I'll figure out. I know who it's going to next. So I'll figure out something to throw in there for him because, like I said, he's one of those kids that has everything. So what do you get a kid that has everything? I don't know.
A 3D printer?
No. Yeah, it's funny. He doesn't have one of those.
No, he doesn't. If it's who I think it is.
Yeah. So I don't know. I might toss in this Lego Christmas catalog. Maybe. Get him
so the things you want to be like, hey, if you want to get me this and this and this.
Yeah, most definitely. But, no, that's really awesome. Hey, I mean, it was a great idea. We talked about this before, and I think it's fun. I think it'd be fun. I think it'd be cool for everybody to get a keychain, and I mean, we got to keep that thing going. That's the key, is to keep it going. I mean, there's tons of people in the country that we could send this box to. So
Quinn's next.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I just got to figure out what to put in there now.
I'm getting some ideas on what I want to put in there now.
There you go, man.
I think I'm gonna put in like a.
Don't say. Don't say. Let it be a surprise for whoever's getting it.
True. So is it only? So is everybody in the Discord that's getting it? Or
he sent one to the Beard Clipper because he's all the way in Bulgaria. So he sent one there, which is, again, that's super cool of him.
Wow.
Yeah. So this one's going to go, I guess, throughout the U.S. if we can, and maybe even Canada if we can get it up there to Canada. If somebody in the U.S. is willing to send it to Canada, Troy and Blue Streak and all the guys that are up there, Stu, you know what I mean? Like they should be allowed to get one too. So.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. Like he says,
Troy's in Canada.
Who?
Troy.
Yeah. He's Canadian, man.
For some reason, I thought he was just on the other side.
No, he's in Canada. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, he's in Canada. But you've got Almighty, you've got a bunch of people that could it's like the dude, like the letter said, man. Talk to the person online first before you send it. Yeah. Obviously you're gonna need addresses, but this way, at the very least, if they're going to commit to doing it too. Because if they don't feel like they can commit to it, then that's okay. Just no harm, no foul. Let's just move it on to the next person. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I just want
right.
to make sure this box gets around, and it eventually gets back to hate. You know.
I know. When it comes to me, I'm definitely gonna send it out.
That's just I
So
got to figure out what to do and what to put in there, and then send it out really fast so it gets out there. You know what
see,
I mean?
I think the smartest way to do it is maybe save since it's already in the Midwest here,
Mm-hmm.
slowly send it up.
Yeah, but you gotta. Yeah, I mean, we could do that, but we just
Yeah.
have to figure out who's where, so we know the last person in the U.S. that gets it is close to Canada. You know what I'm saying? So that it won't cost as much to send. I mean, I've sent stuff to Blue Streak myself, and I mean, it wasn't terrible. It was like you just got to be prepared for what it's going to cost. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, yeah. He sent me that little flashlight he did the video on that UV light, and that alone costs like just $5 to send from Canada.
I say that's pretty cool though.
Yeah.
Cool he sent that to him. I sent him some miniatures a while back and some stuff like he's used for different projects, which is pretty cool, you know. So it's very cool. It's interesting and see what people do with what, you know.
I'm just eager to see what. Now who all do you think is going to do videos on it?
I don't know. I mean, that's another thing too. I mean, we didn't specify whether you should do a video or not. He wanted me to, and I'm okay doing a video. I don't, you know what I mean? I don't mind.
Yeah.
I do unboxings anyway. But you know, I didn't get a chance to do it live last week, so that's why I said I figured I'd just wait for today to do it. But I mean, whoever gets it, if they want to do a video, I think that'd be cool as hell. But if they don't want to, it's up to them, you know. But again, this goes back to if you contact somebody that you're going to send it to, have that discussion. You know what I'm saying? Like talk to them, say, you know, we'd like you to do a video, but if you really don't want to, that's fine, whatever. You know what I mean? But just so that everybody knows, you know, what it's about. Cujo, you got one of these?
Oh, that's cool. He says 3 D&D books to Canada was $60, 60 plus.
And see, that's really heavy too. So that, you know what I mean? That makes sense that it was that expensive.
Oh, and plus, well, he also said in there with minis and stuff too.
Yeah. So I mean, it's even heavier, you know. But I mean, yeah. Anyway, but that was cool. That's cool. Very, very cool.
That's freaking awesome. I can't wait till I get it next. It's like Christmas. Be like,
it's not big enough to stick D&D books in, though. Damn it. It's not big enough to put D&D books.
You know, I'm surprised they didn't do the pocket edition like Pathfinder does with their book.
I got this stupid pocket edition of Warhammer 40K rulebook, and I hate it. I hate it.
Put it in the box.
You know how expensive this was?
$20.
I thought listen, it's so expensive. I thought I was buying the original hardcover, the big book, and it wasn't. I got this stupid little pocket edition, which I can't even. I can barely read. You know, it's so tiny. The print is so small in here. I can barely read it.
I got a magnifying glass if you want it.
I got a magnifying. Look, man, I got a magnifying glass.
Oh, it has a light. Ooh, fancy Sherlock Holmes.
I'm special. Watch out.
Oh, that's very special.
You know.
Oh.
No, you don't have to put in D&D related stuff at all. No, it's a gift. So whatever. I mean, if you do what you want, man. You know, put what do you want in there, and then you go from there.
Well, Cujo, you know, if you want to get rid of some of your Dwarven Forge, that's fine with me. If you want to send it my way, you know. Maybe like a set or two, you know, I can compare to my open forge. I've been thinking, okay, and I thought it would be very funny, but I wanted to talk to some of the other guys first, doing like a parody of everyone's channel in one video. Yeah.
I don't know. That could go really bad, really fast.
Yeah. But like your Gundam Mondays, maybe have like a Transformer be like, yeah, this is Gundam, whatever. Look at these articulations, you know. But before I did something like that, I want to talk to everybody and see. Cujo says, "Do it." Well, we know how Cujo feels.
Well, you really have to know the channel that you're mimicking.
Yeah.
And you really got everybody's gonna have to be really, really non-sensitive about it. You know what I mean? Because otherwise, like I said, it could be someone's version of a joke could be extremely offensive to somebody else.
What I was thinking about doing too is like before I release it, have everybody have the people that I do the video on watch it, get their feedback, and then if they don't like it, re-edit it and take them out.
You could do that too. I mean, that's a lot of work back and forth, but yeah, I mean, yeah, go for it. You think you can do it? Go for it.
It's just a work in progress.
You know what I meant to tell you? This is totally off subject.
No, go for it.
You said Gundam, and I thought about it. I went to my storage the other day, and guess what I found?
Shining Gundam?
Yes.
No way! You found God Gundam?
I had no idea I even had one. I don't even remember buying the motherfucker, but it's a 1/100 scale. So if I can get the storage, I'll put it in the box for you. Because like I said, I was not a fan of Shining Gundam, but I was going through my boxes and I'm like, what is this? And I looked in there and he was just sitting there. I was like, what the hell? Like, I don't know if somebody maybe gave it to me way back in the day, but as soon as I saw it, I thought of you. I was like, I got to send this to Crit.
Or did I tell you what happened to that Gundam that I bought? My son got a hold of it.
All right, look.
But you know what? I'm like, you know what? Just as much as an action figure, it's fine. It's not like I have $100 into it.
No, yeah, I get it. I get it. If I send you a goddamn Gundam, you better not let your kids break it.
Oh, no. He got up on my table, my crafting table, and got it. Like but no, that sucker. I got a whole display case now where Cujo sent me those dragons and stuff.
Yeah.
They're in the display case. My my homemade dragon, my green dragon, is in it because you know what? I'm freaking proud of that. That's one of my first crafting videos, and I'm proud of that. I'm like, I don't care if that got hate by some people. I don't care.
I'm gonna show you this. This is also something Hate sent me. I don't know if the camera will pick it up.
Is it a mimic?
It's a tiny skull. 3D printed skull.
That's resin.
No, it's FDM.
Really?
Yeah, I can feel the grooves.
Well, depending on the resin too. Resin has wear lines too.
He sent me a little bag of them for detailing my bases for my 40K minis and stuff. Thank you, Hate. Again. See, and it says 0 there, so it's not like I'm.
Yep, lying. 0. Oh, let's see. Cujo says, "I want to see somebody do my intro." You know what? I'll do it on my daughter's bike. How about that? With your music.
If I still had my bike, I could do it, but I don't have a bike anymore. I gave up riding years and years ago.
Is he put Mustang parts in the box and send it to Gabe?
What do you say?
He says put Mustang parts in the box and send it to Gabe.
Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna put Mustang parts in there. I'll put the 1960 fastback parts in there. He's like, what can I do with this?
The first Mustang didn't come out to 64.
Whatever, you know what I'm talking about.
July 4th, 1964.
Was it July 4th?
It was actually considered as a 65. The way there was. Ha ha ha! I like that.
Like that. All right. So look at Crit with the critical history knowledge there. That's awesome. I didn't realize it was 64, 65. I thought. Yeah, because I think 64 was the year that a lot of the companies started pushing, like right after the Mustang dropped, other companies started pushing pony cars. Mm-hmm. It was like the Camaro and a couple of the other cars that came out, like the Dart and Javelin and stuff like that. Those cars were all ponies, and they were all pushed in that same era to kind of compete with Ford.
Yeah. 64 and a half is what Gabe said. So yeah. But yeah, I might be some dumb, but I'm not plumb dumb. I know some stuff.
So I know stuff.
I know enough to work on my car to keep it running as long as I know it.
You come work on my car. I
You
know
know how much
stuff
this would
too,
cost me
but I just
now?
don't like doing. I just don't like doing it.
Same here.
Well, actually, I have a minivan, and they're really hard to get in and work on. So I'm like, leave that to the professionals.
Yeah, and plus, if they break something, they have to replace it.
Of course. But so yeah, I mean, like I said, I think it's cool. I think the whole idea, the box chain is a really cool idea. Especially for those of you who have like 3D printers. And I'm not saying it doesn't cost you anything, but I'm just saying if you've got a 3D printer, that's a very affordable gift to send.
Yeah.
Right. Like I don't have a 3D printer, so I have to go in my minis box. I have to go in my bits boxes, and I gotta find stuff to send people. You know what I'm saying?
I could put some 3D printing minis in there that I got extra of,
or just make more.
Yeah. Or some dungeon tiles. You heard of Jordan Forge? Well, this is Crit Forge. Drop them on the concrete.
Cujo, what I'll do, since you have everything, this is what I'll do for you, Cujo. I'm going to send you a cardboard box folded up inside the box that you can use to send people Dwarven Forge.
I'll be like, what's in the box? Like
You're
that meme. What's in the box? Wait, how big of a box?
I don't know. Whatever I can fold up and put in there. It's going to be one of those, it's going to be so big and folded that when he goes to open, it's going to be like...
It's bigger on the inside.
Yeah. Like the target.
That would be so awesome.
That'd be pretty cool.
So
yeah, we can send you a keychain if you want, Gabe. We'll figure it out and we'll get you a keychain if you want one. I don't know if you're gonna rock a tabletop Dungeoneers Discord server keychain, but I mean, you know, hey, whatever.
Oh, I would.
I mean, I will. You know, Gabe's not really a Dungeoneer, but you know,
don't die.
I kind of feel. I feel like
right?
I feel like he's a crafter to a degree. I mean, he doesn't create things, but he's definitely putting in work on that Mustang. I mean, it definitely shows that he's got some creativity and an eye for what looks good on the car. So
he says, "Put it with a Mustang." So wait, you know, I'm gonna have to check out his channel. Gabe's Addiction.
It's Gabe's _addiction. He hasn't really put anything up lately. But
no, neither have I.
Stuff. He's got some interesting stuff up there. Also, real quick, you just reminded me, man. Happy Veterans Day.
Oh yeah, guys! Happy V-Day.
My nephew served, and I'm super proud of him. And Quinn was in service. Yep. I don't know if Cujo was in the. I don't think Cujo was in the service. His hair is too long and pretty to be a serviceman. But yeah, Quinn, I appreciate your service, man.
Me too, man.
And Gabe, you know I'm.
Gabe, 2 years.
Super
awesome. Thank you, son.
I can't tell you how proud I am of you. It's awesome.
You know, I talked to my cousin. I'm like, you know, you gave up a lot when you served because, you know, newborn daughter and stuff, as much as he missed out. He goes,
I mean, yeah, it's hard. Yeah. Look, when these guys go there, man, I mean, I'm not saying these two didn't have any choices aside from the military, but clearly they went for whatever reason drew them there, and they stayed and they served and they left honorably. You know, I can't, dude. I tried twice to get into the military. I went to 2 different offices and faked a bunch of shit just to get in. But as soon as they did my medical testing, they realized I couldn't see. They were like, "Yeah, you gotta go. You can't be here." You know what I mean? But I tried. You know what I'm saying? Like if I could go right now, I would go right now if I could. You know, because I think that's like a high, you know, it's a high honor to serve for the country. You know what I'm saying? Like it's an important thing that a lot of people take for granted. You know, like the people who get on the internet and you know they make all those videos and you know defund the police and do all this other crap. And I mean, don't get me wrong, the police, they've got problems. You know, but when the shit goes down, we instinctively call the police. Yeah. And a lot of those police officers are servicemen. They are ex-servicemen. I have a cousin in California. He's a police officer right now. He was a serviceman. You know what I'm saying? And it's, you know, they go through a lot out there, man. You know what I'm saying? And I know my nephew saw combat. You know what I'm saying?
My
I'm not saying
cousin
everybody,
combat.
not everybody does, you know, in the military. Not everybody does, but they still serve.
Yeah.
It's an important thing. You know, like I said, if I could, I would.
Well, like a guy I work with, he's in the Army Reserves, so he goes for the 1 week in a month, 2 weeks a year thing and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And I asked him, I'm like, so what are you in 88 Mike? He goes, as a civilian, how do you know that? I'm like, what? That you're a mechanic? You know?
My nephew
That's
says
what my
he'd go
cousin
back.
was.
My nephew says if he could, he'd go back. You know, and I know a lot of my airsoft buddies, my real steel shooting buddies. A lot of them are the same way. They go back in a heartbeat. You know.
You know they don't do it for the money.
Oh, I mean, we pay them shit. You
Yeah.
know, we pay them shit. We take care of them like shit. When they come home, they don't have shit to show for it. You know what I'm saying? If they're
Nope.
lucky, they can afford to pay for living arrangements. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, God forbid, you know, you have to go to the fucking hospital for something. They literally have to wait who knows how long just to get in to see their doctors at the VA. It's just ridiculous how we take care of our veterans here. Like everybody's so proud on Veterans Day and Independence Day and all this other crap, but it's like, but that's like one day a year. These people have to deal with the ramifications of leaving the military all the rest of their lives. My nephew has terrible knees and ankles because of his service time, because of what happened there. You know what I'm saying? And that's never going to change. That's going to be with him for the rest of his life.
Like a lot of people has PTSD. You know, keeping very big crowd areas. You know, like Comic Con.
The PTSD comes in a lot of shapes and forms. I mean, I don't turn my nose up to that at all because it's a serious thing. You know, some people have the ability to deal with it, and some people don't. You know, but we still have to. You know, we have to consider that maybe what they did or what they had to do wasn't as cut and dry and as dramatic as Hollywood makes it. You know, so you know, like I said, we just need to take care of them better. We just need to figure out something else. You know,
that's one thing I've always said.
That's my rant. I won't rant no more.
Yeah. Well, that's, honestly, that's one thing I always said that the nation could do better is take care of the people who took care of the nation, like servicemen and stuff,
Yeah.
Like my buddy was telling me that his uniform costs over $200 whenever he has to replace it. I'm like, wait, they don't furnish that to you? He goes, no, we have to pay for it.
The first one is, you have to pay for it if you damage it or lose it. And those uniforms are not cheap, bro.
No, they're not.
Even the civilian versions, because I've owned civilian versions of military uniforms because we used to play airsoft. You know, that shit's not cheap. You know, like a pair of pants and a shirt, like $80 a piece for a pair of pants.
Dude, I remember
they're ripstop. They're, you know what I mean? They're great. They're great uniforms, but it's like it's not cheap.
Yeah, I remember back in the day when I was growing up, finding that stuff in
surplus stores and flea markets and shit.
Thrift stores and stuff. Yeah,
thrift stores. Yeah,
or like definitely around.
I go to a thrift store. I started to. It was and the guy had a connection with the military, so he would get like a lot of used uniforms and stuff like that, and they were somewhat cheaper, but not that much. I mean, like the old camouflage we used to use, the woodland camouflage during the Cold War is super cheap. You can get that shit anywhere. But the stuff that they used when my nephew was in like the ACU pattern army uniform or the new stuff that they use, stuff is not cheap at all. Not even by a long shot.
Let's see here. Class A worth $200 jacket.
Yeah,
that's what Gabe says. You do get the cost of living allowance once a year for it, but it's barely. Yeah, that's what I hear you.
Yeah, it's barely beer money. Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing, right? Like, we're giving these guys like the fucking bare minimum
to live,
to survive and live, but we literally asked them for everything they had for the time that they were in. Like, give up your life, but I'm going to give you the bare minimum to fucking eat and sleep. Maybe, and also you know, I'm going to send you home with some shit that's messing up your head that you're going to need medication for, or something else, or even worse. Good luck. You know, it's ridiculous.
They do a lot. I have to say, our veterans has done a lot for us.
Believe me, I appreciate you guys.
Me too.
That's rough. Are you so you're gonna play in a game soon, yeah? Dungeons and Dragons? You're gonna play, or are you still DMing, right?
Right now, I'm still DMing, but I'm thinking about taking him up with that offer because the way my work schedule and stuff is right now.
I mean, it wouldn't hurt to take a break. You know what I'm saying? And like, just sit back and. I mean, you still have to be engaging, you know, but you're not.
Relax some.
You're not planning everything for everybody. So yeah, I mean, take them up on it, man. Take a break, slow down a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, and then when you're ready, get your feet back in there. You know.
Yeah. Well, I'm still waiting on my Crystal Straw replacement book. I haven't got that yet.
I'm still waiting on it too. Damn it.
I know. I'm scared. Okay, so right now I'm scared because I told you what happened to my Frost the new book, right?
Yeah, Icewind Dale. Yeah.
Yeah, it's coming apart.
Man, bro, you got the worst luck with books, dude. Like these people are probably like, this motherfucker didn't break. He broke it. But I mean, if you think about it, right? Like you think about the logic of it, like why would anybody buy a book, break the spine just to get a new book like that?
Exactly, right?
Why would you do that? You know,
definitely on a $50 book, really.
Yeah, it's not general practice. I mean, unless you got some kind of schizophrenia we don't know about, God forbid, you know. But yeah, that's not a normal practice. It's just weird that it's all happening on your books.
Yeah, and it's the newer ones too. Honestly, the older ones I have are fine. The ones I got a couple years ago and stuff are fine. But it's just here lately the newer ones that's coming out. So I don't know. It could skimp on some glue or what.
It could definitely be quality control. Definitely. I mean, you got to look at where these books are printed. You know what I'm saying? Like, they definitely ain't printed here. I'll tell you that right now.
No,
probably, I would not be surprised if it's printed in China. So don't be, you know, crack the book open and look and see where it's printed. Don't be surprised. It's done in China.
Wouldn't surprise me.
These some of the Warhammer books, they're actually printed in China. Believe it or not. Like, I got to give Games Workshop credit because a lot of their product is actually made in Europe. It's actually made at their plant, you know. But some stuff over the last 5-6 years, some of their scenery has been made in China. And you can tell, like, as soon as you open it up and grab the plastic, you can tell it's not the standard Games Workshop plastic. It's like thicker and more brittle. You know what I'm saying? And you can tell, and you look on the stamping, it says, "Oh, made in China." You're like, "Oh, okay." But they're trying to save money too.
Troy's 3D printer that he has, the Prusa I Mark III, that is from overseas. It's not China, but I forget where they make them.
Take care, Gabe. Love you too, brother. I'll see you soon. I promise.
But for a small, like that little printer, it's about the same build volume as mine, but costs about 5 times the amount.
Jesus
so that's Christ. About $600 or $700. That's about a $600 or $700 printer.
Oh my god, that's crazy, dude. I mean, look, I can't complain. I mean, I know I say I can't afford a 3D printer. I can. I just don't have any space for it right now. I don't have a place to put it, and I don't even know what I would do with it right now. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
I could afford it if I really wanted one. I guess I should be honest about it. I could, if I really wanted one, I'd save up. I'd be able to get one for sure. You know, I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I got so much stuff crammed in here already. I'm like, that's why I said I don't do scenery projects anymore. Like I did the Dungeoneer, the tabletop, the one we did that Dice Tower challenge. I did that because I was able to send that to my buddy's house and be like, okay, well at the very least you have a dice tower. You know, because I made it so that we could use it in 40K for scenery because it was like it had the tiers and stuff. But I was like, if at the very least we have a dice tower. But it was just like when I went over there with it, it was like, geez, man, where are we gonna put it? You know what I'm saying? Like we had so much scenery. It's like, what do you do with all this stuff? You know, you can't just keep buying bookshelves and storing it. You know what I'm saying? You got to do something with it. And I'm not one for donating that type of stuff because mean, especially if it costs me money for the materials and time. I don't want to donate that stuff.
Yeah.
I keep that stuff as long as I can. You know.
I saw people make drones, 3D print drones, like the body and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, and then you buy all the metal components and the motors and stuff.
Yep.
Drone motors are like they're flat. They're just like RC motors. They're flat. They're like you cut an RC motor in half, then you got just that and the brushes and stuff and the gear stem the stem for the gears for the pinion gear, and that's it. It's like they're tiny, you know. They started putting them in airplanes too. Those same kind of motors, but they used to be like really big.
I'm actually thinking about trying to make my own drone.
Why?
Well, I got one, but it's just I don't know. I guess I really don't like it, so I want to try that.
What do you not like about it? I'm just curious.
The body style.
The style of the body?
Yeah, it's more of a racing one, but yet it just.
Oh. So
yeah.
Really? I mean, can it hold a camera?
It has a built-in camera. Yeah, and I got
who gives a shit dude? Who gives a shit what it looks like, man? Send it in the air. Record shit.
Oh. Yeah, it has like the battery life is only good for like 2 minutes for flight.
Oh. Is it? How big is it? Tiny little guy?
It's about this big.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I'll show you. I'll go get it.
I'm just curious. I mean, don't unbox it. You don't want to do all that. He's gone now, everybody. He gone. He's a little skeleton guy. 3D printed skeleton. Oh, he might be coming back. Anyway. Quinn, print me out a 3D printed drone. Make me one. That'd be awesome. Yeah, a lot of robotics on that thing for free. Absolutely. But they're actually really simple now. They're so much more simpler than they used to be. I mean, a professional drone is not, obviously. You're paying a lot of money for those things. They had one at my brother-in-law's wedding, and it was so loud they had to fly it over the ocean because it was just too loud for when the priest was talking and stuff. Well, so he couldn't do like close shots.
But I found the headpiece, and what's nice is that this here can come off.
Go on the big screen so people can see that.
So here's the goggle part. It's like,
oh, it's VR.
It's built like a VR, but like the screen itself comes off.
Yeah.
Then I can put it mount it to here.
Bro, send me that shit.
But I can't find the drone itself. But
I will attach that shit to my RC car, dude.
Well, you can't. It's like the drone. This. Oh, excuse me.
Take it easy.
Ooh, this sends out a signal. So like your RC car sends out the same frequency on it. You can pick it up and watch too.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot of people doing that right now. There's people doing crazy videos with these cars and drones. Because I got a buddy who races them. You know, have you ever seen a racetrack for a drones? It's like all black, and then they have these neon shapes that the drones have to fly through.
Yeah,
dude, it's crazy. And the only way they can do it is with these VR first-person goggles, because otherwise, dude, because they're fast, man.
Well, look how
I'd probably knock myself out with one of those, bro.
And this is heavy.
Yeah. Hang on. He says that Quinn. I'm Quinn. Look at me, Quinn. Look at me, Quinn. He's complaining that those plastic goggles are heavy. Tell him how much night vision goggles weigh.
Oh, I don't even want to know.
With the helmet. You have to exercise your neck just to be able to use that helmet.
Really?
Night vision goggles. Hell yeah, it's heavy as shit. You get dizzy just walking with the damn things.
Oh man,
Imagination Hobbies is on. He says, "Yo, what's up, dude?
imagination hobbies
Imagination Hobbies."
on Discord.
He's on YouTube right now. He just
Oh,
chatted.
oh, I didn't see it. It didn't pop up. Oh, yep, there he goes. Yo, sorry, I'm late.
Yeah,
It's
this is
Kevin.
about 25 pounds.
Oh,
I know.
Kevin.
I tried it. I went shooting once, and we tried it, and it was so like freaking heavy. Like you get dizzy if you're not used to it. You get dizzy just because of the muscles in your neck. You know what I'm saying? And you're like constantly like doing this. I had the monocle night vision once. I was playing a game of Airsoft, and one of the guys was like, "Hey, try this." We were playing inside of a old abandoned milk factory,
Oh, nice.
so they had all different kinds of floors and different office spaces set up and stuff, and they would do training there for police force. And so we went in there, and the guy was like, "Go into the basement where because they were doing like a night game, and they go into the basement where it's completely dark." He's like, "Go in there and use this," and it was so hilarious, dude. Just watching people like walking around trying to feel the walls, and I'm right there like, "Hey, hey," they're just like, "What the hell's that?" It's so crazy, but even that is disorientating. You gotta after a while, it's like, man, like you get dizzy. Maybe it's just me. I don't know.
Yep, Kevin D. Leon. Haha, I changed my channel name. Yep.
Oh, that's right. He did change his channel.
Yep,
That's
he did.
Right. Yes.
You know what? I'm thinking maybe we should have somebody else on next week too with us.
Yeah, it does pull on the front. Yeah, he's all right here, bro. It's all right here. The weight on that helmet.
Really?
And then when you have them up, when you have them stationed, they're up here. So it's just a lot of weight. But then when you bring them down, that whole piece comes forward over your eyes, and it's just like just a huge weight right here.
Ooh.
And these guys have to they have to march with that shit. You know what I mean? Like if they're doing that stuff.
Excuse me.
Yeah, you should have Kevin on the channel, bro. You should have Kevin on your show. Kevin.
You know what? I might get with him.
Hit him up, man. Get him on the show. He can talk to us about his channel and why he ain't put no videos up in a really long time. Just saying.
This is where I phase out now. I was looking at mine. I haven't put a video out.
No, dude, I agree. I understand. Bro, I told you last week's video was my last one in my archives. So I haven't been able to make a video in a while, dude. So I feel you, man. And now with this 2-week lockdown coming up, I probably won't be able to do shit.
See, I wonder how they're going to do that with essential employees.
They don't. You guys still go and do what you got to do. You're still needed. You got to go to the hospitals. Have to run 24/7, bro.
I know, right?
There's no stop time for a hospital. So I used to work. And it was like we worked every other weekend, right? You had to. It's part of the way the hospitals work. It's the way they function. And so it's like there was no, how like Friday comes and everybody's like, oh, it's Friday, the weekend, whatever. There was none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like your weekend was probably like a Tuesday and a Thursday, or if you were lucky, a Tuesday and a Wednesday together sometimes. And you get so frazzled, it's like you're working half the year, you're working through your weekends. You don't even realize it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was crazy, dude. It was crazy. It wasn't until I became a manager that it was actually like, okay, now I work Monday through Friday because I was salary,
Mm-hmm.
So I was only there Monday through Friday. I made sure you're only getting 40 out of me. No more overtime, none of that BS. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're lucky. It's just like,
because they think, because you come from a position where you're working 40 plus hours because you're working OT and you're putting in that extra work, and that's what I did. But when you become a manager and you get on salary, they're going to pay you the same amount no matter how much you work. So, believe me, if I were to work 30 hours, they'd be like, hey, what's the problem? So I'm like, I'm not working over 40. You can,
Yeah. It was like I tell my boss, they are salary, right? But they've been putting in a lot of time to help us out and everything. And I tell them, I'm like, the only reason why I'm putting in so much overtime because you guys are here too.
Yeah, I mean, I did it when I could. You know what I'm saying? Not as a manager, as an employee. or as an associate, I would put in overtime because I had the free time. I was like, I'm not doing nothing tonight. I might as well just knock out a couple and get that extra pay, that time and a half, especially come holidays. Like a lot of people wanted the holidays off, like 4th of July, Thanksgiving. So I'm like, yo, I'm not eating till after 4 anyway. I'm good. I'll do that time and a half. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
that's how you do it.
Like time and a half for me is like quite a bit right now.
Am I not updating? Why am I not updating?
You're not updating?
No, the conversation is not moving. I'm sorry.
Oh.
The chat's not moving. I thought the chat was moving. I'm like, am I not updating? What the hell is going on? You know what I was thinking about, Crit? This is
What's that?
I mean, it's your show, obviously, but
no, it's our show.
I got a nephew who's thinking about getting started in Dungeons and Dragons, right? Like him and his friends are coming together and they're talking about running a game. And I was thinking about like how I can incorporate that into my channel, right? Like in some way. So I told him, I'm like, why don't you when you get together with your guys, and you're going over your books and you're talking about this or that, if you guys have any questions, like even simple questions, like why does a fight, what is it better for a fighter to get 2-weapon fighting or, not 2-weapon fight? You know what I'm saying? Like all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, just pose them as questions, write them down, email them to me or text them to me, and we could answer them on the show. Either I could do my own video and just do a video about it, or we could answer them on the live show, if people have them, I'm not claiming to be a Dungeons and Dragons expert. You know what I'm saying? So I don't, if you're looking at,
I'm not.
if you're asking me to like define a rule for you, I'm not going to do that. But if you're asking my opinion on how something should be done or could be done, maybe we could probably do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's actually a good idea, Zero.
Just to kind of like help these people get through their first couple games.
Yeah.
Of the stuff, and I mean, obviously it's whatever. I mean, if they have questions about 3D printing that you think you can answer, I mean, we could go to that, or if there's something else, if somebody has something, like real questions about 40K or whatever, that if they're new to it and they're just trying to get into it or whatever, shoot us either on Discord or email or text or whatever, however way you can, and we could try to answer them on the show.
Oh, wow. I just realized this in the Discord.
Mm-hmm.
The D&D After Dark ideas, above it says it's a critical.
Yeah, that's your channel.
I just realized that.
Really? How long have you been not watching? Damn, bro.
Like I said, I've been busy, man. I have been
Hashtag too busy for Discord.
Hashtag, yeah. Work life.
Yeah, we put everything in channels now, so it's easier for everybody to find.
Well, yeah, you know what?
I think it's easier.
They could put the questions and stuff in that Discord right there. If they're in the Discord. Put it in
yeah, I mean, most definitely. Yeah, oh yeah, if they're Discord. I mean, but here's the thing, there's a lot of people on Discord that are dungeon masters and all that stuff, so I doubt we're going to get a lot of questions for that type of stuff, from them, because everybody on our Discord's an expert, so.
I'm not.
At least, I mean, especially if they're in their craft, they're a lot of the guys have a lot of different approaches to things.
Yeah.
Like Beer Clipper, Quinian, Miller, and myself, we're all terrain crafters. We all approach terrain crafting completely different.
You guys do.
Completely. I do not make scenery the way any of those guys make scenery.
Nope.
None of that. Mind you, that doesn't mean they make bad, I make good. None of that. That doesn't mean that at all. That just means you look at our styles of approach to scenery making, it's completely different. All four of us.
Did you see that Paint Your Life's video this week?
Mm-hmm. Which one?
How D&D can help with depression.
Oh, yeah.
How did it help him? I was like,
I'm not taking anything away from him, but he's not the first to talk about that. They actually do that in colleges. There's colleges using that as an approach to dealing with depression, social anxiety, all kinds of stuff, because it can help with a lot of different things.
Well, like at work, I use I work with people with autism and stuff, and that helps brings them out of their shell and stuff too.
Yeah, autism's not easy to deal with. I mean, the thing about autism is the scale. It can be, it can be like very mild to really extreme. You just got to be patient.
Yeah, it is.
But like I said, I mean, I think I thought it was a cool idea, but I mean, it would definitely be something like a YouTube, not a YouTube, Facebook, Instagram,
Yeah,
places like that, like where you could get feedback on questions and stuff like that. If people are new to it and they want to know, they could send in questions or whatever, and we could, go through them and see if we can answer them and help.
I'll do my best if I know the question ahead of time.
I mean, yeah, definitely. I mean,
research and stuff.
Yeah, and like I said, I've got crafting, I've got RCing, I've got gun building, I've got a ton of different hobbies. So I mean, it's not like and if it's just an opinion you're looking for, we got plenty of that. And if you have somebody else on the show as well, like if you have Quinn on the show again, or Hate on the show, because Hate's dude, if you watch some of his older videos, I know he doesn't like them. He says that they're not good, but I'm sorry, he's got a lot of good advice on his videos, dude.
Yeah,
a lot of good advice.
He really does. What my favorite video is the parody one he did.
Oh yeah, that's yeah.
That had me laugh.
That's because the way he did it. That was intentional,
But it was just so funny. It had me laughing through the whole thing.
Yeah, it was definitely pretty good. I was like, damn, that was a good ass idea, and I can't do it now because he already did it. I was like,
Well, see, that's like when I saw that. That's what I've been thinking about doing, the parody of like
the channels.
Yeah.
Like I said, man, you could give it a shot, right? There's nothing wrong with you. But at least talk to the people you're going to parody first.
Oh, I will.
So that they know what they're getting into. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how truly sensitive people are. You know what I'm saying? I mean, everybody's got multiple masks.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Quinnian's got something on there. Oh yeah.
Let's see here. Let's see.
Brutus.
I haven't played in the campaign, but I'm a slow learner. I am too. No one plays in my area. Dago was helping me. Then the Road 20 laptop can't handle it. Okay. So basically, you don't need. Honestly, you can just do theater of the mind if you want.
Or you don't need. What he's saying is you do not need Roll20 to play D&D online. Yeah. You don't. All you need is a camera, if at the very least, or at least a microphone, something that they can hear you. And you can play what he says is theater of the mind, which is basically the old school Dungeons and Dragons, man. You use your imagination. I would say at least try to have a camera so you can show your DM, like, here's my character sheet, and you can, like, here's my roll. I just rolled my D20. That's what I rolled right there. You know what I'm saying? If honesty is an issue, you don't need Roll20. That's cool. It's a cool app that helps DMs and all. It's cool. Totally cool. It's 0% necessary.
Yeah. You
can play Dungeons and Dragons online with your phone, and that's it. You just need your character sheet, your dice, and you're good to go, dude. That's it. I mean,
if you want to use it like a virtual tabletop, there's like plenty of ones out there. I'm actually compiling like a list of some of the best free ones out there, and some of them I'm actually testing right now too.
He makes a good point though, Crit. Try and think of the ones that need the least requirements to run on the PC. Maybe do that, right? Because his problem is not the program. It's that his PC doesn't have the capacity to run the program properly, which is totally understandable. It could be completely outdated. The graphics card could be bad or low. It could be 100 different things. Like, I cannot run Blender on my PC. I cannot run it at all. I just do not have I don't have the video quality to run Blender, but I could do other things. But you know what I'm saying? Like, if it's not the fact that it needs Roll20, it's the fact that his PC is just not capable of it. So try and figure out a way to, like you said, come up with a list of free apps, but try and come up with a list of free apps that are PC friendly. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
Maybe that might help him more. But again, Brutus, like I said, bro, you do not need Roll20, bro. You just need your phone, or like you did your video. You just did a recent video by the trestles. You were by the train tracks, and you just did a video, a quick update video. You could use that same process to play Dungeons and Dragons, bro. You don't need anything else.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I mean, your Discord group, LOL.
I know you are. You're
Yeah,
Brutus, right? Like, I get you. But
I
like I
know.
said, yeah, you can totally play without it. The guy's just like using it because it's really cool, and you got the maps, and you can move your little tokens, and it does all your stats for you, and it rolls your dice for you, but it's not necessary.
Like if you want, honestly, if you want to use a map and stuff, and you can use like Google Meets, use Google Draw, and just import a map and stuff.
But how resource heavy is that though?
It's not very resource heavy.
Okay,
It's,
because
it's web based,
it's
just like Row 20. But I think one thing that slows down Row 20 is all the crap that they load up on it.
right.
That's
No,
why,
if you have any questions, dude, ask them in the Discord.
yeah,
Ask them, and we'll make sure we can try to answer them for you. I don't know where he would put them though.
put them
He
in
would
the
put them
D&D After Dark one.
D&D After Dark.
Yeah,
No, there you go, Brutus. Throw them in the D&D After Dark section, and we'll answer them for you as best as we can.
like and like
Somebody will jump on there and answer those for you for sure on the Discord.
yeah, even if you like tag, oh crap, if you just tag somebody, I know whenever I get tagged, I really
Yeah,
like TTS, but it eats your machine.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Tabletop Simulator, yes, it does because my machine can barely handle. I cannot run Discord and Tabletop Simulator at the same time.
Yeah, didn't you try? Like, didn't you
Yep.
try that once and it just got really bad?
Yeah. But
That's interesting.
there's like a whole bunch. There's like a whole bunch of free ones out there too. I'll buckle down. I'll try to finish up the research, the stuff I'm doing,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll try to put out this video. Because I'm messing with this one. Also, there's another free one. How old is your computer, Brutus?
I mean, I don't know if so much the age, but more so what's inside the computer.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because desktops doesn't matter how old it is. What matters is what processor it has. You know what I'm saying?
Laptop though.
Well, yeah, if it's a laptop like mine, then yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, because on a desktop you can take all that crap out and put in new stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No problem, man. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Like I said, anytime, just ask whatever you need, and we'll do our best to help you.
Even if you just want to send us a DM us a message.
Yeah.
I have no clue. It was given to me as payment.
Mm.
And then I will go in BIOS and see.
You know what you could do, Crit, is maybe if you have Discord set up on your phone, like I know a lot of people use it on their PC, but if you set it up on your phone, you can do like video chats and stuff. And you could hit Crit up that way, and you can do your screen share and show him, or not even screen share, sorry. You just get him on the phone, and he can walk you through the process of finding out what your computer can handle and not handle.
I could, yeah, because me and my cousin, we use Discord as tech support all the time whenever his sound goes out on
Yeah, whenever I have a problem, I go with my buddy on there. I just screen share with him, and he's always walks me through it.
Yep.
So, got you, bro. Got you.
Yeah, just message me ahead of time so that way if I'm free, I'd be more than happy to. But honestly,
All right, man.
It's night for me.
All right. Yeah, he says he does a video almost every night. Well, there you go, bro. There you go. Use your tools, homie.
Yeah.
All right, man. Yeah, I gotta go. Check my stats and
Me too.
hit the sack.
Yep. So,
Well,
sorry. Hopefully next week I'll be a lot better.
it's been fun. Yeah, man. Take care of yourself, dude. I can feel the COVID coming through the fucking computer, so stop it.
Yeah, man. Oh wait, we can't say that. We'll get shadow banned.
That stuff will kill me, bro. For real.
Oh,
It will literally kill me.
I know, right?
But I just, again, real quick, I want to say thanks to Hate for sending out that box and getting the ball rolling on the Discord chain box. And I will do my best to get it going as soon as possible. I'll get it out there as soon as I can and send it to the next victim.
Take some cough meds before you hit the bed, Crit. Will do.
Yeah.
I do every night, trust me.
All right, brother. If anything, thank you guys for watching.
Yeah.
Brutus, Quinn, of course, Ujo, my nephew Gabe. Appreciate you guys coming on. My buddy James, you guys are awesome. I don't have any videos coming out anytime soon. I'm really trying to get the time to do them, so I will do that. But again, shout out to Quinn for getting that 1,000 subs. That's phenomenal. Yep. All right, man. If anything, we'll see you next week.
All right. Yeah. Same crit time, same crit channel. Remember, if you roll 20, it's a critical. Night, guys.